ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Broncos at 4-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If you look at this Browns defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move it to the top 5.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tempo.
In motion left goes Sutton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
when you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
This is 2nd and 8.
19.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 26. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
There's a fast release by Wilson onto the flat. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Nothing is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Now Chubb running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Next to score, Broncos 14, Browns 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Wilson on first down. He completes this to Sutton. Busts through the tackle. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 9. Off the option, here's Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd and 8. Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Watson changing the play. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 7. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
taking the give. Now Watson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They begin this drive with Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Touch 50, touch 50.
On 2nd down, Wilson. That is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Wilson to throw.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 34.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert. Go 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
once for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Watson on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Watson off play action. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So following the failed try on 4th down will change hands. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 2nd down, P. Ryan.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Watson looks to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. David Njoku. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Pirine. Down to about the 37.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
14.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Now a 3rd and 6.
On the draw, Pirine. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Lutz is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
This is 1st and 10. Watson to throw.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Here's 1st down.
One last throw here for Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Denver, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.